Hello, everybody, and welcome to a chat with Castlescapes and Clones live. This is where we discuss everything in the Disney universe. And I see that we are starting to get some people in. We see Karen from Disney Inside Andy and Cami from Key to Disney. Hi, how are you guys doing?
Hello.
Yay. Oh, and there's Allie and Pete. Yay. Pete. And there are the Mellicks, Ben and Danielle. Hello, guys.
Hello,
Thanks for
hello.
joining us. All right. Well, I'm here as always with my cousin and co-pilot, Cousin Rich.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm
How are
doing
you
okay.
doing?
I'm doing all right. It's getting hot here.
I
It's
know,
like
gosh. I hope that it's not too hot
like
for D23.
I know it's gonna be like in the upper 90s, hundreds for the next week until at
Oh,
least Wednesday, I
oh,
think.
right,
But I think it starts going. Well, I mean, it's probably too early a little bit, but like
right.
it's starting. It looks like it's starting to go down. Hopefully
I
by that,
hope
yeah,
so.
next weekend
Um,
it won't be like super hot.
Yeah, I would really like that to not be hot. I mean, we will be in an air conditioned building, but still,
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
have to
like
go
that's
back.
also Oogie Boogie Bash for us.
Yeah, and I'm going to go over to Disneyland
Yeah,
during the evenings. So if I'm still standing, I got
right.
a lot of pins to try to get. So it's
Yeah,
uh, it's crazy,
but
but
yeah.
yeah. So anyway, before we start, I just wanted to express our condolences and Disney legend Ron Logan, who was the ex VP of Walt Disney Entertainment, and Disney and Pixar animator Ralph Eggleston both passed away today. And that's a big loss. Ralph Eggleston has worked on
Yeah,
like everything over the
Pixar.
I think past 30 years. So yeah, a lot of it at Pixar.
Yeah,
I mean, like I think even if you're a casual fan of Pixar, you've heard his name.
yeah.
So
He's associated with both Incredibles. Um, the For the Bird short, I think was his first thing.
mhm, yeah.
So he's been around since then. Animator and I think creative director on some
Mhm,
things. Something like that.
yeah.
Yep. And Ron Logan, I think he like all like the kind of like park shows and stuff
Yeah.
like him. And then the Beauty and the Beast Broadway show
Right.
was him.
Yeah. I see Mary from the Siskateers has come in. Say hi, Mary.
Hello.
How are you? All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into the news. So we start with Disney Parks news. There's going to be price increases all around, but not due to inflation, due to demand. And it says
Yay.
we read demand, or we read demand. I don't know. We have no plans right now in terms of what we're going to do, but we operate with a surgical knife here, Chapek said. It's all up to the consumer. If consumer demand keeps up, we'll act accordingly. If we see a softening, which we don't think we're going to see, then we can act accordingly as well.
Yeah, that quote is actually before a lot of stuff, so the prices have gone up. Not just like
Yes.
Magic Keys, like every year it does or whatever, but like food, merchandise, like
Yeah.
ears. Like I think last year ears were like 30 bucks. Now they're like almost $40 or something like that.
I know.
It's like
they're going to be $50.
It's a crazy increase for a lot of things,
Right?
And it's like a lot of things they say are like, all the stuff they're doing is to improve the guest experience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how any of that is improving the guest experience.
I
Reservations, price increases,
Yeah.
blackout dates. So,
Yeah.
yay!
Nuts. I just wanted to welcome in Mandy. Thank you for joining us. Also, Meg, my buddy, my pal.
Hello.
Okay. Any tips for first time at at Mickey's Not So Scary? So, we are Disneyland people, but if anybody in the chat has any tips for Mandy, please do share them with her.
Bring a bigger empty sack / bag for candy.
Yeah, that
because the one they give
that's
you,
true. It's very tiny.
yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
we went. Oh my god!
Oh yeah, that's right. You went
3 years ago now.
Yeah,
before the pandemic. So I think it was like 2019, and our cousin went home with a huge backpack overstuffed with candy because he just kept going back into the lines, and it was just candy galore, and it's like premium candy. It's not like cheap things. So he actually brought like an empty backpack with him, and that's what he filled with candy.
Yes.
And I'd say also the same thing with like Oogie Boogie Bash. It's like, as soon as you know all the offerings and stuff, kind of prioritize what you wanted, because it's going to be really hard to do everything. Like characters, food, any kind of like parades, kind of like know what you want to do and know that you can't do everything.
Characters will always have long lines. Yeah. Especially like when I went like many moons ago, but I went and the lines for the characters are like, I mean, out of this. Like you think that they're long at Oogie Boogie, over at Not So Scary, it's like crazy. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And oh, good, Allie and Peter are also talking about their experiences as well. So yeah, that's great, Mandy. I hope you have a good time.
I liked. It's definitely well, I mean, Magic Kingdom's bigger than Disneyland or California Adventure, so it seems a little more epic over there. But we had fun. We dressed up. That's another thing. I think someone said, dress up. Just make sure it's not like a mask that you wear, but like this year I'm dressed like, I don't know if you've seen like the some of the offerings of both sides, both coasts, but like there's a Donald Duck sipper cup with him dressed up as a candy corn.
Oh, yeah. Who's gonna get that one?
No, I'm dressing up as that for Halloween.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you need to
So I saw that. I'm like, oh my god, I need to get this zipper now because that's my costume.
Well, you need to get it just because it's Donald Duck.
That's true.
But I mean, like, guy.
Yeah. So, luckily, zippers don't usually sell out that quickly, and plus, it's like from what I saw, it's like available everywhere, at least here at Disneyland Resort. So yeah, I'll be going to Oogie Boogie Bash. Oh my gosh, next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend. So the weekend of D23, because it's the D23 night for Oogie Boogie Bash.
I'm so mad I didn't get a ticket. I'm like so mad. Because Madam Mim, I just want to know what Madam Mim is going to look like, Mother Gothel, And if they do have Ernesto de la Cruz, um, God, they're always adding new villains, and it's like, man,
I will get some pictures.
please do. Please do. And let me know if Agatha Harkness comes back. Yeah, I'd be curious to see
So.
if I hope that zombie Captain America is back as well.
Yeah, because like when I went last year, like the day we went was still too early, and then like a week or two after we went, that's when they debuted the zombie Cap.
Mhm.
From the pictures, he looked amazing.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Like even up close pictures, it's like crazy.
I'm like, I can't see them not bringing him out because they spent money on that. Like, it's a really good costume.
Yeah,
to have this hanging out in the back.
Oh my God, Meg! If they did zombie Scarlet Witch, oh, that's all I'll say.
That would be awesome.
Oh my God, I would love that. All right, well, let's move on. So there was a first look at Journey of Water, which is the Moana-inspired. Is it an attraction or is it a whole area? Like, isn't it like a whole world that they're developing there?
You know what? I don't know what it is. Like, even like these pictures, I'm just like, cool. Yeah. Like, there's Moana.
I know the rock work looks really neat.
And like the concept is like so far away. It sounds like it's some kind of walk through thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you get like but there's like water elements, so like kids can interact with that.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like to me. So it's not. I don't think it's a ride. I think it's more like an interactive environment where you kind of get kids can like play in water. So I would suggest if you have kids to bring extra clothes.
Yeah,
and for everyone walking through there, bring extra socks. But
yeah,
on the Disney Parks blog is where they showed the pictures. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, and what are they going to do though with the sea? And like, I can't imagine that they're going to get rid of the aquarium.
I don't think so.
I mean, I hope that they build it in there because that aquarium is huge.
Yeah, I'm trying to place where this is by this concept art. I know.
Yeah, it's where the sea is, basically.
Is that where it is?
Yeah.
So I don't know then.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Wouldn't this?
It looks like there's like a little lake or something. So is that supposed to be where the aquarium was? I don't know. If anybody knows, let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what it looks like, peeps.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's a walkthrough thing.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, a Tangled Spinner Ride will be an off the shelf spinning attraction coming to Walt Disney Studios Park. God, I can't get my words out. At Disneyland Paris. It's going to be similar to the Mad Hatter Tea Party, but it will be boats instead. And the ride will be filled with hundreds of lanterns. And it will overlook a pond, which is sure to be a popular photo location at night. So, I don't know. I mean, I feel like Rapunzel deserves better than for one. The boat isn't spinning in the movie, so it doesn't make.
That was my question. I'm like,
yeah,
is it a boat? Because like the thing about the teacups is it's round.
Yeah,
so you can sit like. I mean, if you get really comfortable for adults, but like, it spins, so it makes sense that a round thing is spinning. I don't know how you're gonna fit more than like a couple of people in a boat. Because it's long wise, right?
Yeah.
Or
unless it's like Luigi's,
or
where it does spin like that.
Or are you on a lantern? that's been.
Oh, I don't know. It said boat,
Oh,
so I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. I just I wish that they would have given her like a dark ride or something, cool, like a boat ride, like a dark road ride in a boat. That would have been fun, but
yeah.
because I think they're doing something like that in Tokyo for her,
That makes some
and
sense.
that sounds fun. But this, I don't know. I'm kind of about this whole ride.
I'm,
Uh, oh wait, hold on. Okay, um, Allie and Pete said that the Moana thing is between the land and where the fountain was. Ah. Oh,
yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So good. The sea is not going to go
Yeah,
away.
I wouldn't think they were going to get rid of.
Yeah. I mean, because it's such a cool aquarium and people like to go on that. And
Yeah,
I love it. It's a must do for me when I go. So
that and the land.
that and the land. I love the land. All right. So cast compliments, a cast compliment feature will finally be added to the Disneyland app. I don't know about the Walt Disney World app, but
That's been on their app
oh,
since
it has.
October 2021.
Good for them.
Um,
I don't understand why if it works at Walt Disney World, why can't they make it work at Disneyland?
because
So,
of reasons.
because of reasons, because of demand.
Yeah.
Um, so anyway, that's good because I always like to leave compliments, but sometimes the line can get long at the what's it called the um,
What?
place where the plaids are, City Hall or whatever they. I can't remember the
Is
name.
it? Where are they? Like, their city hall? Are they there, or is it that area? No, because the other area next to it's the like tour
Oh, I don't
spot.
know. They it used to be where you went to City Hall.
Is that where they are?
Yeah, or at California Adventure, it's their version of City Hall.
I don't. What is that building?
Yeah, it's between Oswald and
Yeah,
Five Gun.
but like I can't remember what it
It's
is.
like the Chamber of Commerce, or
Uh, mm.
I can't remember what it's called now. But yeah, that's where it is. Uh,
Yeah, like I've been like I was telling you before this, but like our niece, especially when we're in Adventures Campus, like loves the characters there. Like it's just I was telling Lauren before this, I'm like she's growing up in a world where like Spider Man, Loki, Captain America are like real,
yeah,
like like just normal. It's like a normal weekend for her. She's like, oh, we're going to Disney. Oh, there's Spider Man, and they like it's funny because like out of all of them, Shang Chi is the one who finds her all the time and
there
just
you
like strikes up a conversation with her, and then
go.
Spider Man will come up and surprise her and scare her. So it's a lot of these little interactions that I would like to you know do the compliments on, but like they make it so hard.
Yeah. So
Like you
now,
can't just go fill out a card. You got to go do an email. But by the time I go home and do an email, I like forgot.
yeah,
Right. Whereas the app is like on the app, you just go. It even gives you like what kind of categories you want to do,
hmm
where the thing happened, and then like obviously you can put their like they ask for the first name and then the country or location they're from on their name tag. So
right,
so at least that's easier, and I can do it because my
yeah,
phone's out anyways. So I'm
right,
glad because yeah, we've had a lot of interactions that I would love to have complimented the cast members on.
yeah. Welcome, Salma. Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
Okay, so moving on to the movies. Oh, bestie, hello. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for giving us a thumbs up. Yes, if people could remember to give us a thumbs up, that would be wonderful. All right, so moving on to the movies. Rumor. This is a rumor, but and hopefully we'll find out at D23 Expo where they're going to be giving us a lot of news not this weekend, but next weekend. But apparently, the next animated feature after Stranger World will be an adaptation of The Princess and the Pea, and it will be called Penelope, which I'm assuming is the princess in the movie. So I'm super excited about that. I know that they did a musical. Oh my God, what is the name of the musical? Allie, do you remember the name of the musical that they adapted The Prince of the Pea? If you do, let me know. But it's on Disney Plus too, and it's really good. It's a
Oh,
music.
really?
Yeah, it's got Tracy Ullman in it, and
When was this?
what's the name of the guy? The guy from Glee and Carol Burnett. What's up on the mattress? Thank you. I knew you would know. I knew it. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's an actually been around for a long time, like since the '60s. In fact, Carol Burnett played the princess back in the '60s, and
Oh,
then for this movie version that they did, that Disney did, um, Carol Burnett was the queen.
mm,
So that was kind of a cool thing. But even Sarah Jessica Parker has played the princess, and
huh.
so yeah, I really now I want to watch that.
I didn't even know that existed. So
Yeah,
yeah,
but yeah, I will be super excited if they make it a music. I don't think they would be an adaptation of Once Upon a Mattress, but I would love
another.
to see a musical based on that. So we'll find out at D23.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. All right. Well, moving on. Disney Plus news. So of course, after our episode last week, they released a second trailer for Pinocchio. And in the first trailer, everybody was like, "Where's Pinocchio? Where's Pinocchio?" Well, now we got Pinocchio. There was a lot of Pinocchio. There he is right there. And we'll see him in a second where he is. There's Stromboli. There's the Blue Fairy. I'm loving the fact that they used the original design. There he is. I love it. I love the way that
Yeah.
it looks.
I
And
was pleasantly surprised that Figaro, the goldfish, but
yeah,
also Honest John, they're there.
yeah,
Like, I didn't know if they would be in it. So I don't
yeah.
know how realistic or what kind of they're going. But it looks like they're going pretty much.
Looks like they're going pretty faithful to the
Yeah,
original. They added that seagull thing,
yeah.
uh, but uh, hi, blonde ambition, Amazon. I mean, blonde. I always want to call you blonde ambition.
Like the
Uh,
Madonna thing.
um, um, yeah, it looks like they're going more faithful, and I'm hoping because I was trying to look in this where if they were going to add like some unnecessary things, like in Dumbo. Dumbo, they added
Oh,
all this, like,
yeah. That was like a
I mean, there was a part of it that was good, and then the part of it that was bad. So this looks like it's going to be pretty good.
little more faithful to the
Yeah,
movie,
more faithful,
original
and
movie.
I am going to enjoy that. So,
Yeah.
anywho, all right. Well, the Spiderwick Chronicles, it was a movie before. They are adapting it as a series, I think. And they've got Christian Slater is going to be playing the villain,
Dun, dun, dun.
and Lion Daniels and Noah Cottrell will be playing the twins, Jared and Simon Grace. Jared is described as adventurous, clever, and short tempered, while Simon is more thoughtful and rational. Daniels previously starred in Robert Rodriguez's We Can Be Heroes. And Cottrell, on the other hand, is coming off a run on HBO Max's recently canceled Gordita Chronicles. So, yeah, that's very cool.
Do you ever read those books?
What'd you say?
Did you ever read those books?
Do I have a what?
Did you ever read?
Oh, the books? No.
Yeah.
No. In fact, I don't even think I saw the original movie, so I need to catch up on that.
Yeah, I have no
idea.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on, King Kong being adapted as a live action series for Disney Plus, which is very interesting because there's been all of this discussion. Isn't King Kong owned by
what to say? Universal?
Yeah, and I looked it up, and there's like this complicated thing where the estate of Edgar Rice Burroughs has the rights to the book. So that means that the original story of King Kong is owned by the estate. Okay. The Universal owns the rights to its movie adaptations. So, like, take for instance, other studios cannot use any element that isn't from the book in their movies. Think The Wizard of Oz and how like there are elements from the movie that they can't use, like ruby slippers. In the book, they're silver slippers. So the ruby slippers are actually, what do you call it? Actually, from Warner Brothers film that are originally MGM. And so when Disney did Oz the Great and Powerful, and I think also Return to Oz, the shoes I think were silver, but they weren't ruby. Does that make sense?
No.
I know.
Well, I mean, like what does that? What does that mean for Kong? Because then,
so they can adapt him, but they can only use elements from the story, the book.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
I mean, I'm not familiar with the book, so I don't know what would not then be fair game.
I mean, basically, it's going to be the same kind of storyline. It's just Universal owns the, like, they can't do a Skull Island kind of thing, or things that Universal has used.
Can they call it like Femur Island?
Huh?
Can they call it like Femur Island?
Yeah, I mean they can if they want to.
And climb the Sears Tower.
Yeah. Exactly. So
we'll forever call it the Sears Tower. Sorry.
I don't even know of it any other way.
Some other person bought it. They renamed it, but whatever.
Whatever. Okay, so moving on to Lucasfilm news. Bad Batch, season 2 is going to be premiering on September 28th. It was pushed back a little bit. Oh, Booge is in the audience.
What's up, Booge?
As long as Ken Watanabe says, let's let them fight.
Yes,
I
Willis
know.
Tower is lame. So yeah, we will never ever. We just forget that that's the name of Sears Tower.
Yeah, well done. I only know it as Sears Tower. That's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, so the shoes in Wicked were silver. Is that
yeah.
where are they in the silver in the book or the
In the book,
Broadway?
they're silver.
The book they're silver? I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've read.
So that's why Wicked, Wicked had to use silver slippers because that's in line with the book. Because MGM didn't own the rights to
ruby slippers.
They only own the rights to the ruby slippers and other elements in there. Like, I mean, they basically rewrote the book for Wizard of Oz. Like, the actual book is nothing like the original, the actual movie. The movie is, to me, much better. They add drama to it that isn't in the book, and obviously the music. But yeah, so that's why you can't make a book, you can't make a movie, using the elements from that film.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we should talk about Bad Batch season 2 premiering September 28th. Can't wait.
Yeah. Originally, because it wasn't. I can't remember when it was, but the hoopla about when Andor is coming out and all those kind of things, they didn't really talk about Bad Batch. So people thought Bad Batch was actually being pushed, but it looks like it's on track to come out later.
Oh, okay. I thought it was being pushed
in September.
Well, awesome. I can't wait to see more of the story.
Yeah. Time jump. Omega's older.
Older, right? Yeah.
Yeah. From what was shown at Celebration, it's going to be awesome.
It's what?
It's going to be awesome. Like the trailer that I saw was different from the trailer they released. So
yeah,
there's stuff in the one that I saw at Celebration that they haven't revealed.
Nice.
So, but soon.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that means the same week almost as Andor it comes out.
Right. It's amazing.
Which there's a thing going around for Andor. I didn't put in here because I didn't watch it. But there's a sequence out there. But I'm like, it's so close that I don't want to watch anything more.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting. So I didn't include it, but it's out there.
Right.
Out on the interweb somewhere, some kind of whole sequence from Andor, like the opening scene or something like that.
On the interwebs.
Yarp.
All right. There's some 20th century ABC Hulu. This is more Hulu news. So Hulu is continuing to expand what it has to offer on its streamer. Hulu, as you know, is also Disney owned. They got that in the they got the final acquisition in the 20th Century Fox, not merger but acquisition. So Roadside Attractions, which is a indie production company behind critically acclaimed films like The Peanut Butter Falcon, The Skeleton Twins, Judy. All of their films are going to go to Hulu after they have a theatrical run. So they're going to all have a short theatrical run and then go to Hulu. So I think that's going to be nice. I think that's it's nice that Hulu is kind of becoming home of, like indie stuff. And I mean, they've got FX, and they've got 20th Century Fox, or 20,
Right.
it's now called 20th Century
20th Century.
Studios. Yeah, so 20th Century Studios stuff. So they've got all this stuff going on, and I'm glad to see that they are expanding the streamer. I mean, I was thinking that maybe they were going to actually merge it with Disney Plus after Disney Plus started offering parental controls and putting things like Deadpool 2 and Logan on there. I just recently watched those. I forgot how fun those movies are.
Yeah, I think it's just to separate IPs.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Disney stuff is going to be mostly like the actual Disney stuff, and then Marvel, Star Wars, or Lucasfilm. Whereas, like stuff like Prey can live on Hulu.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So, there's still a little bit of separation. Like I wouldn't count like sometime in the future that all this gets merged into one big soup.
Yeah, true. I kind of like how they're doing it now. So, and they obviously like having two different streamers. That's two different,
Like,
what do you call that?
Like I have a VPN on my TV. So when I log into Disney Plus, I log in like I'm from like England. So I get Star. So all of it is in Disney Plus. So everything that's on Hulu, I think ESPN, but whatever. Or actually, I don't think ESPN. But like Hulu stuff is mixed with all the Disney stuff. Like you can select Star and see all the stuff on there, but like if you select like movies, it'll have all the Disney stuff, Marvel's, Lucasfilm, but then everything that's on Hulu. So it's nice because they're all in one place.
Wow.
This is why I think at some point it works that they're all together for me.
Yeah.
Because one less thing to like hunt for stuff. If I'm trying to look for a movie, I'm not sure who put it out. Instead of going from like Disney to HBO Max to Netflix to Hulu to find it, one less step. I'm all for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love for. I mean, like I said, I would love for it to happen. But the way that they're kind of building the streamers is kind of cool. All right, let's move on to Marvel news. We're getting down to the last few stories. So, WandaVision director Matt Shankman is being eyed to replace John Watts for the director of Fantastic Four. Also, Penn Badgley, who is from You, was approached to play Reed Richards in the role of for Fantastic Four. So the big question is, will they announce the cast and director at the D23 Expo?
Yes.
I think it. I think that's pretty much.
I think we're gonna get that, and then a little bit more from Phase 6.
Yeah.
Like, I think they might at least tease a little bit more when the X-Men or the mutants will come in, because they've already established stuff in current shows. I won't
like She-Hulk.
I won't. I wasn't getting specifics just in case someone hasn't seen anything. But the mutant kind of thing has been revealed at some places.
Yeah.
So I think it's very possible that some of the Phase 6 stuff will like I don't think it'll be. I honestly don't think it'll be the X-Men first. I think they're gonna introduce more mutants, or it might be a movie called Mutants or something, and then
Yeah.
go into the X-Men later on in like Phase 7. But yeah, what's interesting is that the fan casting from Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness
Hmm.
and what happens in that movie, I
Yeah.
feel was just their way of being like, and here's what you wanted, but we can't go
Right.
that route. So what happens, and then whoever they cast as both the Fantastic Four and the X-Men will be like a whole new thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I personally believe that all this stuff that they're setting up with the Eternals that has bled into Shang-Chi and Ms. Marvel, and I think something else, but I can't think of it. Uh, that's all going to have some kind of connection to where or why, how the mutants are in this universe now. You know what I mean? And I don't quite know. I know, Meg, I felt exactly the same. Um, when they did, Meg is talking about Professor X in Multiverse of Madness. When they played those few notes of the X-Men animated, oh my God, it's just like I was like, oh my God, like gripping my chair.
Like at this point, they better adapt it as something because they've used it several times now.
I mean, I would really like for them to do a film where they, where we do see them in another universe. You know what I mean? Like somehow. I mean, the X-Men is all about going to different universes and different timelines and space and all that. So it's bound to happen.
Yeah, I mean, like my big thing about the X-Men is some of them, as well, like Magneto is very, his character and the way he is very much tied to uh World War II, right?
Yeah.
Um and a lot of the way he forms his viewpoint of the world stems from how he was treated as a kid during World
Hmm.
War II. But that storyline can't really happen unless we get a Magneto who's like in his 80s, which can happen, but like longevity of that's going to be weird. So if they don't, so there's two things, right? Either the Magneto we get in the current MCU is because of all the timey-wimey, multiversey, whatever, it is from
Yeah.
another universe, right? Or somehow the Marvel writers had to figure out another historic event similar to the Holocaust
Right.
that forms the current Magneto's persona, which good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think what happened in Multiverse of Madness was just their way of being like, what we're gonna give you after this movie is gonna be a whole new slate. Like
Hmm.
everything's gonna be different. Like
I agree.
we acknowledge Patrick Stewart as the best Professor X, um, but he's getting up there.
Yeah.
Can't expect him to then go into like a whole new another X-Men franchise, right? Like even like in Star Trek, he's like winding down. Like the last season of Picard is the last thing, you know.
Yeah.
I imagine it.
Yeah. I mean, he's had a storied career.
Yeah,
He doesn't
right.
need to work anymore. But I think he loves it. I think he just
Oh
loves it.
yeah.
So
But it's gonna be hard to all of a sudden then put another multi-movie, big budget franchise on his shoulders.
yeah, I don't think they do. I think if they have him, it'll be from another universe, kind of like a cameo thing or a
Yeah, sure. Kind of that.
not where he's carrying the film.
Right. And then the Fantastic Four with Reed Richards. I think it was, and like earlier I thought, okay, well they got to cast this dude now, but
Hmm.
I don't think they do. I think they gave us what fans wanted, and then what happened, and then now they can be like, well, we're gonna start a thing with our
Yeah.
own kind of ideas on what.
Although honestly, if John Krasinski ends up being him, I will not complain at all. If they say him and Emily Blunt as Sue Richards,
Yeah,
uh, yes. So I'm not going to complain, but I'm not also going to be upset if they find somebody else. Penn Badgley sounds pretty interesting. Um,
like
and
if you look
and
at
and
them,
Cersei Ronan has been going around as possibly being cast as Richards. So yeah, see, he looks like he could be Mr. Fantastic.
shave a little bit.
Oh, Lauren Ryan, hello.
Hello, hello. I can see this dude as
Yeah, I can totally see him.
yeah, and
So
again, like um, with the way the Marvel universe and movies go, the Fantastic Four is gonna be a tentpole movie, which means it's gonna have multiple, not just multiple
mhm,
Fantastic Four movies, but appearances in multiple movies,
yes,
right? So like longevity is a thing. So you know the way that the original kind of Avengers were. It's a hard road of going a full
hmm
decade of just being these characters. So I think that's another kind of thing. I don't know if Krasinski is a director and writer in his own right. So I don't know if he would actually want to,
hmm
sign a contract for like 9 movies,
yeah,
right? Same thing with Emily Blunt. Like they are high commodity actors. So
yeah.
you know,
But so is Benedict Cumberbatch, and he's
but he's also relatively younger than them.
who? Benedict Cumberbatch?
He's not. Yes, he looks like he's older, but he's not.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh. Well, anyway. Okay. Well, I'm excited. I cannot wait to see who what they're going to announce at D23. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about or what we're talking about when we're saying the D23 Expo, so D23 is the official Disney fan club, and every 2 years they have an expo, a convention at the Anaheim Convention Center. It's always been there. They've had like Destination D over at in Orlando at Walt Disney World, but here it's at the Anaheim Convention Center, and they announce like some of the biggest things in movies, Disney Plus, parks, and when I say movies, I'm talking about not just Disney, but Marvel and Star Wars. And so it's just if you can get into the big hall, it is such a treat to be able to see all the stars that they bring out and things like that. Like it's amazing. It's basically Disney's version of Comic Con,
yeah.
and they have a
They
big
but like
exhibit hall and everything.
their equivalent to Hall H is more of a production of Comic Con
Yeah.
because they control everything.
Yes.
Um, like the big difference between all that is like in the past, D23 has not let you bring your phones in,
Hmm.
or they make you seal it up in a bag. So you don't really get to like even the parts where they're not showing like footage of anything, you still
Mhm.
can't take a video or pictures. 'Cause I remember the one year when Wreck-It Ralph 2 was coming out, and they had all the Disney princesses up on stage, the voice actors.
Yeah.
No one could get a picture. It was like this amazing thing on stage where you're like, oh my god,
Oh, I
every
know.
single living like Disney princess voice is up on
Purchase.
stage
Yeah.
right now. But
Yeah.
normal people couldn't take pictures, only press. So
Right.
those are kind of, but it's like there's like musical numbers. Like I remember before Coco came out, there was a big thing, or even
Yeah, they did Remember
when The
Me.
Rock came out,
Moana.
Moana.
Yeah, they did How Far I'll Go.
Yeah, when Saving Mr. Banks was coming out,
Oh
they
yeah.
had Jason, what's his name? Guy who plays
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I can't think of his last name. It's not Spiegel. That's the only
Schwartzman.
name. But Schwartzman. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they had oh my gosh, Richard. Why can't I think of his last name?
I know.
The writers,
Yeah.
the brothers.
Oh, Richard Sherman.
Sherman. Yeah, that's it.
I thought you were thinking of the other guy.
They played "Let's Go Fly a Kite."
I know. That was so beautiful. Yes, I read somewhere that they are probably announcing at D23 that Duffy and Friends. Yes, I know. That's what I've heard too. That Duffy and Friends will be reintroduced to the U.S. parks. I think when they first introduced them, nobody knew who he was, and he was just something that was big in Tokyo. But now that he's the the friends have expanded to all the European parks and Paris, and pretty much they're everywhere except for in the U.S. parks. I mean, they're even at the Aulani, so they are technically in the U.S.
They were like
But
briefly. He was briefly at California Adventure.
yeah, they were like back in the day. And I really like that. Like he had that little thing and the store, but people weren't buying the merchandise. I always said that if they did a Disney Junior show, or maybe did something on Disney Plus, uh, people would run in droves to Duffy and Friends. So I'm hi Paula, how are you?
Hello.
Yeah. Olumel is a turtle, Paula, and he is my favorite. And I know Lauren Ryan's favorite. Okay, so moving on, Wonder Man casting. So Wonder Man is one of the Avengers that we have not seen yet. And there is a heavy speculation that they will announce him at D23 as a Disney Plus series. Well, Variety, which is a pretty big, I mean, it is one of the biggest entertainment trades, aside from Hollywood Reporter. They have said that officially Ben Kingsley will return as Trevor Slattery from
I am excited.
Yeah, the character he played in Iron Man 3 and Shang-Chi. And Destin Daniel Cretton is going to be the executive producer. And Destin Daniel Cretton was the director of Shang-Chi. And his star has been going up. Like he's going to also be, I think, directing
King,
or at least executive producing the
King Dynasty.
Huh?
The Kang Dynasty.
The Kang Dynasty, that's one of them. But I'm also thinking of something else. It is American Born Chinese. So that's outside of the Marvel. Yeah. Marvel. So he's been getting a lot of directing jobs and executive producing jobs as a result of his work on Shang-Chi, which is so awesome. I'm so happy about that. And so I mean, anytime we can have Ben Kingsley as Trevor Slattery, I'm all for
I mean,
it.
it makes sense that because he was in Shang-Chi and Destin is directing or executive producing Wonder Man,
Yes.
to have him in there. Like, I know Shang-Chi is going to be in Kang Dynasty, right?
Yeah.
And I do think one of the Phase 6 ones is Shang-Chi too. I think this.
I think they're going to also announce it as well.
Yeah.
What was I going to say about this? Oh yeah, and I hope that they have Morris. I hope Morris is. That's Wonder Man right there. Wonder Man. He's like a being that is, like some kind of energy. He's made up of some kind of energy, and so he can do energy blasts and things like that.
He's like
And
one of the most powerful heroes.
Yeah, he's one of the most powerful heroes. He had a relationship with Wanda, with Scarlet Witch in the past. I mean, obviously they're probably not going to do that in this, but I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I never thought that they would have a love story between a witch and a robot, and yet they made that work very well. So anything is possible,
right?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. All right, and then the final piece of news that we have tonight is that Megan the Stallion, who I unfortunately don't know who she is, has been confirmed to have been cast in She-Hulk Attorney at Law, which I am loving.
She's like a music star, starting to get into acting.
Oh, okay.
Megan the Stallion.
She looks like she could be kind of like a, like
the rumor is that she's playing a fictional version of herself.
Interesting.
She's really big in like social media and stuff, and then having
Yeah.
Titania be a social media hero, or
Yeah.
whatever she called herself.
I think that's hilarious that they made Titania an influencer.
Yeah, that's it. She's an influencer, like
a super influencer.
Yeah,
I think it's funny.
So that's rumors like she could be playing some kind of, superhero-y person, or she could be playing herself.
Yeah,
but a fictional version of herself. But the thing is, like, she did do an action scene, so we'll see.
Interesting.
What happens?
Yeah, I am just really enjoying She-Hulk. I think that it's actually been pleasantly surprising. I really love Tatiana Maslany
Yes.
as Jennifer Walters. I think that she's perfect as that character, and I cannot wait to see more. I love well, I don't want to give it away, but I love the ending of the last episode.
Yeah, this week is supposed to be a really good one too. So
yeah, I can't wait.
Then we'll probably do a deeper dive into the season after.
Yeah, we will. We totally will. Yep. All right. Well, that is it. Thank everybody for joining us. If you are not subscribed, we would love it if you would please subscribe. Just hit that red button and do hit the bell for notifications. But most of all, like Bestie did earlier, please like this post as you are leaving. We would really appreciate it. And with that, we will see you later. Bye.
Yep. Catch you on Flipside and enjoy Moon Knight if you get to watch it.